smell. You better talk to me nice. You better talk to me nice. When your girl's with me, she's awfully nice. If I turn the charm on, then it's off with her type. You better talk to me nice. You better talk to me nice.
I want to.
Hey, what up, people? We're here in Exclusive Inc. in TJ. Today I'm with Papa Roach. Papa Roach, for the people on social media, how long you been tattooing and where you from?
What's up? What's up, people on social media? They call me Papa Roach. I'm from TJ because I've been here a long time, but I grew up in LA and Watts. And but I've been in TJ a long time already. And I've been tattooing, let me see, shit.
Tough question.
I think I've been tattooing for the longest. I've been tattooing since like early 90s. Mostly in my neighborhood.
In Watts?
In Watts. Especially in Watts. And then, my little trip to college, I was also tattooing there. And when I came home, it took me a little bit to adjust. And my career got me about 14 years,
Okay.
On and off.
Right.
Pretty
And
much.
then you went back to LA.
No, I actually came here to TJ afterwards.
TJ.
Right.
All right. And that was
2010 or 2009. I got to TJ.
2010.
Yeah.
So it's been.
But I didn't start tattooing right away. I had other things going on. Like I was really trying to understand technology, because I went through a quantum leap
Okay.
from the 90s to the 2000s. I had to get used to technology and kind of figure out how to function now in the modern world. So for sure, it took a while, a little good transition, but you see, I'm still here. So
You got it down.
Yeah, I made it, man. I made it.
So what would you say was your favorite thing about tattooing here in TJ?
In TJ?
Mm-hmm.
I think it helped me, for one, do something I really like doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is changing people's lives, creating art at the same time. And but my most favorite would be that it allowed me to become the man of my home, to be able to fulfill my responsibilities, give a good example, and raise my kids, man.
Nice.
So that was like the best, to be able to raise a family and fulfill my responsibilities. I think that's my favorite part of this.
Become the person you like to be.
Yeah,
in other words, right?
Become a man.
Yeah.
And that's what it helped me. It helped me become a man, to fulfill my responsibilities and take care of my kids and have the time to take care of your kids. And yeah, that was my favorite part, no doubt, for sure.
What's the style like to do the most in tattooing?
So we grew up in a black and gray era where the Chicano style was the Cholo style.
Mm-hmm.
And I first started doing just like gang letters and stuff like that, and then moved up to Chicano style, like jainitas with the feathered hair and
yeah.
and the peacock and the jailbird and things of that nature. And then as they start to learn a little bit more or start to learn different techniques, and I apply them. So I was like dabbling into a little bit more like realism, black and gray, and then I didn't move really from there. I mean, I can do basic color stuff, but that's not my thing. That's not my thing. Yeah, black and gray, Chicano style black and gray.
All right.
What I mean by the Chicano style black and gray is the way that I shade my pieces. The way I compose. The flow on the body. I kind of try to always give it that Chicano look or that Chicano feel. So no matter what I'm doing, it's always gonna have that little touch.
So what would you say would be the what is it that inspires you to do art in this type of like Chicano style way or black and gray way?
For sure, how I grew up. Like, identifying myself helped me really enjoy this. Identifying myself as, I was raised as a Chicano, I was raised in Watts, and everything that I do as far as in the tattoo community or something like that, I consider myself an expert in, because I not only lived it, but I was there. Right. Absolutely. I was there when I was a product of that society, of that element, around me. So I knew how to express myself in that way. Once I found out that doesn't mean you gotta be, on some bullshit all the time. That's it. I never had to change the way I dressed. I never had to change the way I talk. I never had to portray something that I'm not, because basically it's who you are. But you can change anything, you can change any kind of habits that you have, whether they're good or bad. And for me, changing all my bad habits to good was like the perfect thing,
Yeah, no, and then getting into this, I mean,
right.
I kind of get it, right? This is
same energy,
specific love of in the industry, in the art that we do. It is just fulfilling.
Absolutely, man. So it was easy for me to do the transition because, I identify myself within the community of the tattooers and block letter fucking smashers, and you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I feel that belonged to me. That era belonged to me, was at my prime. So, I embraced it for sure.
So also like the block letters that you mentioned right now.
Right.
That's you would say that's a part of your background, your life.
Yeah, man. I've been doing block letters since late '80s. I've been doing block letters since I was a kid. I remember where those block letters originated. Around the Los Angeles area, and they always told the story. So, I started doing them in my neighborhood in Watts. So I was known for smacking up some blocks all over the place, After a while, in LA, you can't even leave to go do any blocks or anything, because then, it's always been a gang related type thing, but like messing with Sleeps and everybody, that's still down there in LA, they changed that up, now it's actually looked at as an art form. Yeah. Like Bigsleeps said, it's an indigenous Los Angeles hand style.
Right, yeah. And LA is known for their murals or graffiti work too. But you're right, it's not been forever that it's been art related.
Right, it wasn't, it was like territorial. It told a story, like the R's and the special H's, and like neighborhoods that started with a specific letter always did like an extravagant letter, and it kind of stuck in the block world, you know what I mean? So people can identify you with different kinds of writing. Yeah, Sleeps, yeah, you can, for real.
Yeah.
How the homies from like Watts, South Central, on the east, like the Upper East Side area, to tell how we write.
Type of calligraphy or letters that are like.
Yeah, you could tell right away, what area they're from. If they're from the Valley, or if they're from West LA, the Pico Union area, or if they're from East LA.
Actually, didn't use that's a way of identifying people.
Oh, yeah.
Up in LA.
Yeah, but, we didn't pay attention to it, but we knew it immediately, if they were authentic, or if they were playing games. Like, for example, Compton 7-0's, like, those guys had a specific way of writing their neighborhood, If there was any other way, it was some imposter shit going on, Because motherfuckers love to start shit, but thanks to being able to identify different areas, it always kept the authenticity there, So when you do specific styles of lettering, you're actually paying homage to, to different areas, and in Los Angeles and San Diego, because there's old neighborhoods in San Diego and Orange County, a little bit up down towards the IE area. Yeah, so for sure, man. But the influence you know, that's what got me doing it, you know, like, I influence a lot of people, or, you know, inspire a lot of people to keep that alive, you know, like, I didn't make it up.
That history, that
Exactly. I didn't make it up, but definitely I was there when it came, you know, when it came about. Yeah, when it came about, and I tried to represent that era too, you know.
Nice. What would be the style of thing you like to admire most in others?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, when, I don't know, it happens to me, I don't know if it happens to you, that I like to do lab work, symmetric stuff, you know, or black and gray. But then, for example, me, I admire the people that do color realism, it just blows my mind.
Right.
Or the people that does like big geometry, it just blows my mind. I really like to admire that kind of work. I don't know if you have like some styles or some specific style that you're like, I like to watch that in other people. Maybe not do it all the time, but just watch it or see how it's done.
I like to watch I really like the interpretation of, you know, people who love astronomy or who love the culture, or pre-Hispanic, where they compose and they come up with their own image of something that was just written, or something so powerful as like maybe something spiritual, you know, not religious.
I understand, like the new interpretations of culture.
Right.
Cool.
So now that you're exposed to all this information, to see somebody express themselves based on what they know now, you get some amazing, really heartfelt pieces, man. Like, and people don't understand, you know, because they're not aware of what that piece is for. But when I see some pieces that kind of extend a little bit into our history and stuff like that, I really like that, man. You know, like the interpretation of the artists, you know, their own interpretation of things.
So it would be more like the art form the artist is making.
Yeah, the composition, pretty much, like the idea.
That's a cool way of looking at it.
Right. But anything like black work, color.
More than the style is the art form, what you like to look at in others.
Yeah, man, how they put it together and the meanings behind it. Pretty dope, man. I like that.
Cool. And then last question: if you could give yourself, your younger self, an advice, a tip, something that maybe when you got into tattooing, it was a little more complicated to start doing, what would it be if you have one?
An advice? Well, I mean, shit, there's a lot of things I can say, like, but one of the most impactful things would be like to go back to the basics. Just learn how to draw a little bit, you know, get some type of drawing skills and kind of look for that information on how to be able to structure a thought. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's one of
people, like, you know, have issues communicating or whatever, because they don't know how to express themselves and stuff like that. I think I would want to be able to learn how to express myself a little better, how to put the names on different techniques that you naturally know how to do, but the minute that you put a name to it, it's like, oh, okay, it's a formula, and then you start to perfect that formula. I think I would have loved to have went through that stage. Maybe that's what I would tell my younger self, like, hey, you know what, go through a little art school or something, you know?
Right. Invest a little more in drawing, invest a little more in books.
Yeah, but I wouldn't change nothing, man. Everything,
No.
I played out is how
how it is.
I gotta be.
What got you here today, and what made Papa Roach.
Yeah,
right.
It's gotta be that way, man. Yeah, can't change nothing on it. It gotta play out the same exact way.
All right, well then, that was it. Thank you, Papa Roach. Thank you, everyone. I'll leave his Instagram right here. We're an exclusive thing in Tijuana. Peace.
Peace.
That was it.
With your girls with me.